Hey, my beautiful people. Can we talk? So, my friend has deemed these talks with Lady. So, listen, 2020 has been a really, really taxing and stressful year. And one of the effects that I have noticed about 2020 is that there has been a lot of breakups, um, including I had a breakup at the beginning of the year. My breakup was not during the quarantine, however. Um, it kind of was during the quarantine. I ended the relationship before the quarantine, but what I did not do was I did not walk away from the relationship. I ended the commitment, but did not walk away from the relationship. Um, and so, what I did to myself by not walking away from the relationship was allowing opportunity for more hurt and pain um, to be uh, injected in my life. So I take total acknowledgement, and it's basically my fault because when you recognize something isn't right and or it's just not working, then and you make the decision to walk away, then you should walk away. So I'm doing this talk for two reasons. One, um, to hold myself accountable for allowing myself to be hurt and used when I initially ended something that I knew was failing from the beginning. Well, not necessarily from the beginning, but something that I knew was failing. Um, I Not to excuse the actions, not to excuse the disrespect, because there, regardless of what's going on, you should never intentionally or unintentionally harm someone or disrespect them. It's just there's really no excuse for that. However, had I been honest and truthful with myself, I would have walked away from the relationship back in January. The reason why I did not walk away from the relationship is because, you know, I was in love with this dude. I was in love with this dude. Now, today, I realized that even though I was in love with him, he was not in love with me. He would tell me he loved me, but he was not in love with me. And his actions truly, truly showed and proved that. So I was at fault, and I was the reason to cause the hurt and pain that I went through, because I broke up with him in January and physically ended it in the end of July. I went through 6 months of created a universe of 6 months of unnecessary hope that things would work out. Now, I totally acknowledge that, and if I get back with this man, which I don't think that's going to happen, then I have to acknowledge the fact that I'm continuing to create this unhealthy universe. Um, so, this past month, uh, I kind of allowed seeds to be planted, because when I ended it in July, it was basically because, when someone tells you something, you should take them for face value. And I was basically told that he was no longer in love with me, and that he didn't want to work on a relationship, and that love was too hard. So I can't speculate on how he was feeling. I can only tell you the facts from his side. My side, I was like, okay, I did it to myself. because I knew back in January this wasn't going to work. Um, I am at a place where I realize that we don't work together, and I am sending him all the happiness and love, and whatever it is that he is seeking and searching for in a relationship. I had phone calls from family members, and listen, I don't want to bash anyone. I'm not here to bash anyone. I don't. I know in the past what I may have breakup, I might be bitter, but what what good is being bitter gonna serve me? What good is wanting him to be unhappy gonna serve me? I want him to be totally happy. And you know why I want him to be totally happy? Because I want to be totally happy. And it may sound selfish. It kind of is selfish, but let's think about it. How can you want less for someone else and want more for yourself? How? How can you hate on someone, not necessarily in a relationship, but hate on someone, but you want what they have, or you want better than what they have? Stuff don't work like that. It just does not work like that. So when you can look at someone who's done you wrong and wish well for them, listen, it lessens the pain and everything else. So these seeds were planted because before I got a phone call from one of his family members, before I found out about the pictures that he posted about his new girlfriend, I was absolutely fine. But because other people were disturbed by it, that energy was transferred to me, and I became disturbed by it. And I had to really stop and ask myself, why do you feel this way? I had to ask myself the question, and came back to what I explained to you guys. I ended the relationship back in January, and I created that situation from January to July for myself. It's my fault. It really is. It really is my fault. I did that to myself. I set myself up. I set myself up for knowing that was a possibility. But I say this: don't give people your mental space that they don't deserve. Don't do it. So these people planted these seeds in my head, and for a week, I was walking around like, whoa, what happened? Why me? How could he take his mother to meet her, take her to meet his mother, and they've only been together for 4 months, and da 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 da, and he, no, I had to get my shit together and say, no, bro, you're not even worth my mental space. The only thing that I want in my mental space is goodness, and that ain't good for nothing to nobody. So I'm doing this blind spot drop to say to you, 2020 has been a shitty year. And if part of your shitty year has been because there's been a breakup, if somebody walked away from you, you let them walk. Because someone who loves you will not walk away. Someone who loves you will fight for the relationship. Someone who loves you will not deliberately talk to someone else, set out to sabotage what you got going on. You don't give them people your mental space. You love yourself. You be good to yourself. Because boo boo, your king or queen is out there. Trust me. Mine is too. Universe sent them to me. I'm being patient though, y'all, because I ain't settling ever again. I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna settle. Mm-mm. I wish everyone in my past the best. I wish I thanked them for all the experiences that I received from them. I hope they receive everything in life that they need. But I realize that I am not what they need and they are not what I need. And I'm truly, truly grateful and happy for them. Anyway, 2020 for relationships has sucked. It's been, it is what it is. But, maybe it was needed, and maybe people being in the house and being able to see people for who they are, it's being totally transparent, taking the mask off, you know, having to face stuff that you have avoided in the past. Maybe it was needed. Maybe it was needed. And hopefully, if you have gone through a breakup, you will be able to be strong enough to move forward and move past it. Get you some ashwagandha. Trust me, it helps. Get you some ashwagandha. Go purchase Mastery of Love. Go purchase Mastery of Self. Great books. Great books. Anyway, I just wanted to jump up here and do this talk with a lady. Blind spot drop. And I will see you beautiful people at another time.